Right, so I'm Kyle,
I'm Scott,
and we're Emily7.
and we're here on indiebuddy.com.
And well, we're brothers. First
Yeah,
start, and I always played guitar. And then just one day, randomly, he got a drum kit, and I was just put two and two together and
yeah,
start a band. Like, it was no real great plan behind it. It was just one of them happy accidents, I suppose.
there was a lot of music around when we were kids, like in our house and stuff, my dad, my ma, the music they were listening to, so just kind of latched on to us, and then we decided we wanted to make it instead of just listen to it.
That's still up for debate.
I don't know, we just said it one day, it sounds
Yeah.
good.
We wish there was
literally it.
we wish there was a good story behind it, but it just sounds good.
Yeah.
And it's different as well. But the songs, like, more often than not, can just come from a guitar piece or a bit of music or a melody that sounds good. And once we kind of jam it in rehearsals, I suppose, like, most of the songs I'll write at home on an acoustic guitar, and I'll kind of play them to him. And I'll be like, what do you think of this? And he's like, yeah, that's good, maybe if we do it like this. So it started off kind of as an acoustic stripped back song, but when we add the full sound, it turns into, as you said, like, punky kind of energetic. It's strange, really, because all the songs are different. Like, there's not any set formula.
Yeah,
But
just whatever sounds good, whatever we like, if Kyle comes to me with something that I don't like, we'll scrap it. If I went to Kyle with something that we didn't like, we'd scrap it, so.
yeah, it's just basically a little idea that develops into something good. Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, being honest.
Yeah, I think the tracks go nicely together, like them 4 tracks. Like, there's a similar style to them, but they aren't the same song by any means. It's like if you listen through the EP, a lot of them are heavier than others. But yeah, no, they went really well together. There's no real theme or anything. It's just a good selection of songs of ours that we thought would suit the EP.
Yeah, it just kind of got to the stage because we were gone for like 2 years and we hadn't actually put anything out there. And we just kind of got to the stage where, like, right, we have to put some songs out. And they were basically a selection of songs that got the best reaction when we played live. But at the same time, there's no common theme between them. But I think each song stands out for its own reason. Like, one song's about one thing, another song's about another thing. But as a whole, they just flow together nicely. Yeah, I'm actually glad you picked up on that, because a lot of people, like, our music is what it is. Like, it's loud, energetic, and punky, if you will. But, like I said, Miss Elizabeth, it's kind of one of them songs, bluesy, and it's kind of drawn out to a certain extent, but that just shows our influences. Like, we're not just restricted to one thing. Like, if something sounds good and it might be a bit bluesy, it might be a bit Black Keys kind of inspired, but it's whatever sounds good to us. Once it sounds good, we're happy with it.
Gigging is extremely important.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's the only way of getting your name out there, whether you're playing to 1 or 2 people or 1 or 2,000 people. Like, once one person remembers you after they've seen you live, that's really the best thing you can do in terms of, like, networking and getting your name out there to a larger audience.
Yeah, I think definitely for us, because when we started this, like, we'd never been in any previous bands or anything like that. So once we started, we literally started from the bottom. Like, we'd no contacts, didn't know who to go to for gigs, didn't know who to ask for advice. So it was just, we just kind of thought, we were like, well, if we gig more, we'll meet more people, and then they'll put us onto more people for bigger gigs. And, like, we've literally played a lot of gigs. Like, I think going by IMRO, it's 187 gigs in just over 2 years. Literally, like, last week was the 2nd anniversary of our first gig, so it's just been really busy. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I think playing live and seeing how crowds react to certain songs, and just basically getting a feel for the songs live, you notice where to improve them, if they can be improved, if they have to be scrapped. You gain experience.
Yeah, like, I might write a song in my bedroom and I think it sounds really good. We might play it in rehearsals, we might think it sounds really good, but you could play it live and it's kind of like, maybe this isn't as good as we thought. Like, we have to work out little things, but I think the live things definitely help the songwriting process as well, because as he said, crowds kind of adapt to different situations, so you kind of write certain songs with parts in mind. Oh, this would be good for a crowd to sing along to.
It's the best way to develop, kind of, musically.
And I think the most important thing is the people that you meet, because without helping each other out, like, it'd be a lot harder than it already is. It's hard.
It's hard, but it happens. You could think that something's great in your head, but no one else does. You're the only one on earth. So, now, at the end of the day, it's all about making music that you like as well. But to an extent, if there's no point in releasing it and wasting time when you could play something better, in your set, so you kind of learn what songs are getting stuck in people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I wouldn't let it get you down because obviously for some people, a lot of people probably their first time hearing it, but for other people it could be their 10th or 20th time hearing it, and they're singing along to every word. So you can't just let the one person who isn't as enthusiastic about it kind of get you down about it, because there could be a couple of lads in the corner jumping up and down, going mad for it, you know. So yeah, no, it's all just a learning curve, I suppose. When we started out, we were really against the idea of covers. We were just like, no, we're just playing our own music, our own set, nothing else. And to a certain extent, we were happy because it was getting our own music out there, but inevitably there'd be the odd person there that would shout, oh, do a cover, do something we know. And it didn't really change our opinion as such, but when we were doing so many gigs, we just kind of came to the conclusion it could be interesting to do a cover, but put our own spin on it. So every now and again we do a cover, especially when we're doing acoustic shows. We like to throw in a cover because it kind of gets the crowd behind you, you know.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's great for young bands to start off now. Like, you can see the amount of success that's after coming out of the country in recent times with Irish music. You know, bands like the Murder Capital and Fontaines, and it's you know, the bands like them are really putting Ireland on the map. And there's so many great Irish artists out there that have actually made something out of their work. So it's it seems to be in a very healthy place, the Irish music scene. There's something happening every night of the week, you know.
Yeah, it's one of them things, like, it won't be delivered to you directly like original music you mightn't know, but if you actually go out and look, like, there's a lot of talent, like ourselves, for example, like it mightn't even be bands as such, but we know, say, a lot of singer-songwriters or even poets.
Artists,
artists even, and when you see it, it's kind of like, oh, there's a lot more here than like you see on the telly or the internet or something. So it's definitely a very healthy time to be in a band. Like, it is hard, don't get me wrong, because it is that grind, but it's probably easier than it has been for a while with the amount of success that the country's been producing.
You'll have to come and find out.
No, it's something that it's a very interesting time for us at the moment, because we've been just in the studio a lot working on things and sounds we haven't we never thought we'd actually do as a band. Like, it's been really interesting behind the scenes. So, and there's a lot of new songs as well. So it's kind of like,
we're gonna change the live setup completely.
Yeah,
so
like yeah, like the live setup, like, to be brand new songs, and the sound is completely changed. And I'm hoping we'll have something released before then. Like, we don't want to kind of make like Minty's Indie Club 2, because that'd be very easy to do and something we could keep churning out. So we just have to keep it fresh and interesting. So it should be good.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people out there who go out of their way to try and bring other people down about what they do, or try and like make even kind of like a competition, like kind of a superiority kind of chart. But it's a lot of people will try to bring you down, but you just can't let that get to you. You know, if someone doesn't like you and wants to badmouth you or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Like, I think especially us starting off, like the fact we're only a two-piece, like, don't get me wrong, it would have been a lot easier having a lot more people in the band, and the sound probably would have sounded better, I suppose.
It took a long time to get our sound to where we wanted
so
it.
especially starting off, like, even when we'd be applying for gigs, people would be like, you can't, you're only a two-piece, you need more members. And
we just kind of adapted to what we have.
Yeah, and just out of principle, we just didn't want to listen to what anyone else said. We were like, no, we'll do it our own way, and we'll probably never reach that point, but we're happy with how it's gone.
Yeah, no, we're very happy as a two-piece. Like,
it's always a work in progress.
We've even tried having bass players before, and I don't think it fits in well with our music. We've tried certain people, and it doesn't work.
I think that's some of the charm as well. It's only a two-piece.
Yeah, it's like there's only so many bands that can go around with long hair and baggy clothes with 4 young fellas.
Yeah. As I said, we've been in the studio a lot the past couple of weeks.
We're actually going up to record next week again. Some more material. Mates of ours up in Derry, Touts. So we're going up to record with Matthew. You've just organised it through Instagram and just kind of listen to each other. So we're looking forward to that, you know.
Yeah, it's, as I said, like, it's a lot, because we've the headline gig in Whelan's up till then. We're not that we're not going to be as gigging as much, but we won't be gigging like 5 times a week, and we're going to try and get out of Dublin more, because we had a gig up in Drogheda recently and it was actually good. It was like a breath of fresh air instead of playing to the same people over. So we'd like to get out of county more. So
There's only so many times you can go around and see the same faces in the same cities. Dublin's a very small city, and yet the music scene is even smaller. So
yeah,
you see the same faces everywhere. So it's nice to just go somewhere completely different. You know nobody, and you're like there in the headlights for the first few minutes.
Yeah, so we've a lot in the studio going on, and hopefully that'll get released because it sounds unbelievable. And that's not being arrogant or anything. It's just when you listen back.
It sounds
to it,
extremely different. Like we went into the studio and
it was in Darklands where Fontaine's recorded with Dan, and he's just he's a genius at what he does.
Yeah, no, I have to say, Dan, he's really good in the whole production side of things, and you know, I don't think we could got anything better for the.
Like it sounds like Emily 7, but it sounds like a new sound. It's hard to explain, so that's why I'm hoping we get it out so people can hear and see for themselves. But yeah, we've the headline in Whelan's, and then later in the UK, later in the year, we're kind of finalising plans to go over to the UK. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Emily 7, so follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and listen to us on Spotify.